Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. It is Thursday, February 20th, and let's see how the market's open. Let's see what that heat map did this morning. It looks like Microsoft is green. We did like it. Nvidia, Google look flat. Tesla's up, and Apple, Meta, and Amazon could be down. Walmart looks down this morning as well. So we'll go ahead and look at them in a few moments. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Jolie's jumpers. Let me hop on them real quick, and we'll get cruising and see what's popping here this morning. And let's see that APPS. Let's see what that's doing this morning. That is that digital turbine. It looks like it actually might be trying to base out at that MACD right here. It did run way up there, pulling back, and it could be getting curled up again. We'll keep an eye on that today, actually. B hat was moving up yesterday, and let's see what it's doing this morning. If it's still curled up, we looked at it last night, and let's take a look at B hat right here. Yeah, that's not looking too bad in that channel right there. What it do this morning? It went 7 and then just kind of dipped down. It's like I said, it's just under 7 cents, but not looking too bad for B hat. EDIT, that one had run up yesterday. We were looking at it for a momentum play for today, and it's not moving just yet. I don't think. EDIT. Let's see, maybe it is 308. And it came down to 285, and it did not do a little momentum play. I guess yesterday's pop up to 336 might have been it right there. We'll see how it opens up, and we'll go from there. Actually, it just popped up on FinViz as I was just talking. That was crazy. I've never seen that really happen before. But it just popped up and says it is down 22 cents. It is down to 298 on here as well. But that was pretty wild. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. JTAI, we were looking for that to maybe pounce up to some more today. And it is in the top. It's pulling back a little bit, but again, it very well could pop up into the top. So keeping your eye on this one. It looks like it opened up at 9, got up to 951. Yesterday it ran to 1177, and now it's at 896. So that is your JTAI, and we will keep an eye on that. Like I said, that one very well could bounce right back up into the top. It's still in there, and it almost looks like it's trying to move a little bit right now. So we'll keep an eye on that bad boy today, see if it can run back up in there, because if it does, it'll get moving again. And that MCVT, we were just looking at it the other day, and I believe that's popped up there. That is today. Yeah, MCVT. That one, that Mill City Ventures, that one popped up yesterday. It ran up to 195 to 313. We were just looking at it. And then today, 290 to 302. It's at 252 right now, but it did run up there this morning. And that is MCVT and MNDR. Let's look at MNDR, Mobile Health Network Solutions. And that looks like it did pop up right there today. So let me take a look at that one. That's not one I'm familiar with. And it did run up yesterday, 34 to 56, closed at 53, and this morning 49 to 55. It's at 45 right now, and it did jump up there. It's getting to be near the top. We'd have to see if it gets into the top right there. If it does, it might be a great one to run up in there. So we'll keep an eye on MNDR today and see if it can get up into the top. And that POAI, that thing was running up yesterday, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like it already pulled back today, 164 to $2 yesterday, and it closed at that 190, and then this morning 187 to 191. Not much of a spread right there, but came down to 133. It's at 158 right now, so that is in that channel, and it could come down to that 138 is exactly where it touched, right in that channel. So you might get a bounce back up on POAI because it's just in that channel getting set up. Hit the resistance, came back down to the support, and it's probably going to just bounce around in there. PRPH, that Prophase Labs, that bad boy is going up. It's been going up the last couple days, PRPH. And let's see, yesterday it ran up to 66 cents and it closed at 62. Today it opened at 63, went up a penny to 64, but it pulled back to 53. It's at 58. Not looking bad, though. I'll tell you what, I have a feeling that one could run up into the top. Keep your eye on that today and see if it can catch some more momentum. It's just a little flat this morning, but that's PRPH, and it's not looking real bad right there. SLDB, Solid Biosciences. This one's in the top. Keep an eye on this as well. SLDB, and it did run up a little yesterday. It ran up the day before too. On Tuesday, it ran up to like 841. Yesterday's top was 695, and but this morning opened at 689, got up to 715, and it's at 678. It's not looking too bad, honestly. Keep an eye on this. Like I said, it's in the top, and it could really get running up there as a momentum play today. So you can keep an eye on that SLDB if it wants to keep moving up because it is in there in the top area, and they do run up there right now. And VMAR, let's look at Vision Marine Technologies. This has been way down. Let's see. This one could be a great one to keep an eye on right here. It ran up a little yesterday, 104 to 145. It closed at 112. And this morning, 111 to 112 came back to a dollar. It's at a dollar three. So it did pop up yesterday, but it's over at MACD. I have a feeling this one could still get set up, guys. So we might want to keep an eye on VMAR and XOS. Let's look at XOS. That's popped up right there. That looks pretty good. We were just looking at this the other day. I know we were. It was on our list, and it was looking pretty good. Again, we're always early, and then I don't just keep them all on the list because we go through like 200 a day. It's insane. So XOS, yeah, 317 to 490 yesterday. It closed at 473, and then this morning 502 to 522, and then it's at 391 right now. So it is pulling back, but it did probably top out there this morning. And that was a nice run up right there. And there we go at our Jolie's jumpers. Thank you, Asian Jolie. Greatly appreciate those bad boys. And let's take a look at our laptop lowdowns real quick. How about that LGMK right here? This one, we've been finding a lot of 100%ers. They've been popping. LGMK is starting to flatten out down here. It's way down there, guys. So I would keep an eye on this LGMK. That's for sure. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep it on the list right here. Let me jot it down to keep it on the list because that one's going to be a good one. And they'll keep an eye on that. ANVS. Let's see what that's doing. ANVS is Anovis Bio or something, and it is getting crawled up. It's just pulling back. It looks like that was yesterday's date. Yeah, and it had some nice pullback again. Almost every one of these has a dip before they want to rip. So be extremely patient right now with the ones that you're watching, and just make sure that you know that they're not moving until they really get curled up about a day or so from that MACD is when they pop. We saw this pattern before too, guys. During the last administration, that's basically all they did. Now at least they are running up, and but they're popping up like a day or two before they hit the MACD, and they're going flat and they're stair stepping their way up. Some are popping up, but not like crazy like that, like the charts want them to. And like I've been saying, things have just been a little bit slower for whatever reason, but I think what pace might get picked up. I'm telling you something, and crypto's going down. And I keep saying it, and you guys always know I'm early, and I'm telling you, it's right there. You can just see these charts getting primed. And I think that big dip you saw, I think they were taking advantage of them low prices on Solana. It looks like it's going to curl up and go ape shit. So keep your eye on it, guys. I have a feeling you might be able to get it at a really good price right here on that dip. And it might not be. I'm surprised it came under two. And, yeah, it's probably going to be a healthy one. So keep your eye on Solana. It is getting curl. It's about to start curling up. It looked like it did this morning. We'll go through it, but yeah, they're getting crazy. ATCH. Let's keep cruising through our laptop travel list. And but yeah, I think everything's getting set up, guys. We're about to see a nice run come up. And this ATCH Atlas Clear Holdings. That one looks like it's going to be in the clear to run. It looks like it's rolling off that MACD. And yesterday and today, we're basically basing out right here and getting cruising. So keep an eye on ATCH and BPTH, Biopath Holdings. This is one that we've kept and we've watched before. It took a nice dip yesterday. It looks like, holy cow. Hold on, look, that is that BPTH. Let me see what's going on here. I think that one stopped working. That one might have delisted right there on February 18th. What day was that? Monday or Tuesday? It was Tuesday. And then it just dipped down hard and then it stopped. So we'll have to look and see if BPTH, maybe they're going like OTC or something else. I'm not sure. CTNM, Continuum Therapeutics, or however you say it. Now, this one, keep an eye on it. It looks like yesterday was its bottom there at 704. And another one, just some beautiful dip action right there as it's setting up, and now it's getting ready to run. So it did run a little bit. It looks like on yeah, 2 days ago it ran up to like 850 or whatever, and then yesterday it's not doing anything. Today 727 to 749, closed at 741, and like I said, it's looking pretty good. And again, it popped up a little bit, but not even really the other day. But yesterday was probably its dip and rip look in that bottom. So just keep an eye on all of them for that, because they all seem to be doing it right now and giving you great opportunities. If you catch them bottoms right there or anywhere's near it, while you know it's going to be popping up, you know you're in the clear. So, yeah, it's a great time right now to just, but you got to be patient because they are dipping hard. I mean, right before, and you can't even tell they're about to do it. The one you just see it, just like boom, it just goes down. But if you're watching the one that you're watching and it does it, take advantage of it. GENK, this one we've been looking at, Gen Restaurant, and this one's getting set up as well, guys. So keep an eye on this thing because that thing's looking really good. It looks like it just based out yesterday, and that bottom could be that 526. It's in the 540s already. So keep an eye on GENK and GNLN. Let's see, Green Lane Holdings. I know we were looking at this and it took a nice dip there. And what was that? Was that a couple days ago? Yeah, it took a nice dip the other day. And today, it's not doing anything, but yesterday, yeah, remember it was like 122, the high was 173 on Tuesday, and then it came down into the 70s. And then yesterday it went 73 to 78, and it's at 77 and looking much better. So another one. I mean, these huge, huge dips. That was a big one because again, it was trading in like the $1.17 land, and now you're in 75 cents. That's a big difference right there. So you definitely want to be nice and patient. Just pick out the ones you like and find them bottoms. For example, right here, Grow, Brazilian Potash. We've been looking at it, and it probably based out down here in your bottoms, like right around that 291 area. Maybe it pulls back just a little bit more, but this one's going to get set up here. It's starting to go up. I would keep an eye on that GRO and see if that can get cruising, guys, because that could be a runner right there. So keep your eye on GRO, and that is that what was it? Potash, something, Brazilian Potash Corp. So yeah, keep an eye on that. Icon Energy, we've been watching this one way down here, just like hopping around, and your 20's up here at 35, you're at 30. It could just be waiting for it at this point because it tried to get out already, and now it almost looks like it's just going to hang out and wait for it. So we kind of know to look for that. So we'll keep an eye on it and know what we're looking at for Icon, ICON, and that RETO. That one's going to be another great big fish hook. It is making a nice base right here, RETO. And yeah, keep an eye on this thing. And another one, just watch for these dip opportunities because it looks like it could do at any moment and then get ready to rock and roll. So just watch these good big dips. RTC did it, and then it ran up there. Let's see what it's doing. It's still in the basement. RTC never fully got moving, but it did run up there when we thought it could. And 57 to 49, that was yesterday. It's at 50. And yeah, it's just kind of flat down there, but does look like it's trying to make a bottom, so we'll see if it is. And again, it popped up there, and it's still dipping down after that big run up. So that's why you got to take advantage of when they run up like that and get out of them. And how about this TRNR? This thing's getting set up, guys, and I'm telling you, this thing could be massive. I don't know what the hell these people do. Interactive strength, but it tried to run up there yesterday. It went up like to $1.37 to 242, and now today it's at 128 right now. It got up to 130. And yeah, that thing is setting up, guys, and looking really good. You might want to keep an eye on TRNR. That's looking nice. And VLCN, let's see, VLCN right here, Volcon, and that's been in the basement. That's another one that's going to have a nice fish hook. And watch for that dip. It got down to 96 the other day, and it may pull back a little bit more as it sets up here, but it's starting to look good. It's like right about there. Keep an eye on it. It's at 105 right now, VLCN. And there you go with your laptop lowdowns. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel. And let's go ahead and see what's going on in the markets, and then let me know if you guys want to see anything, and we'll take a look at it. Again, just kind of flat right there. I'll just run through our SPY and our Mag 7. Our SPY is down $1.88. It was looking much better yesterday. And like we were talking about last night, it doesn't want to go through that MACD. It's just bouncing up and down off of it. So you can almost watch it as it bounces up. You almost know it's going to come down, touch it, and then bounce back up. It's exactly how it's been rolling for a little while now. And since at least back in January 24th. So you're talking almost a month. It's been running that pattern, and I've been noticing that. So I have a feeling it's going to continue to run just like that. So let's look at our the rest of these guys and see what they're doing, like Apple and Amazon and everybody else. So Apple's down 72 cents and just pulling back a little bit. Amazon, let's see what AMZ ends up to. That's down $1.54. Remember, we were watching this one to pull back, and this one's going to be a great setup, doing exactly what we want it to do. So I'll let you guys know when that bottom's in. Google's down a little bit, and I think this is an opportunity. So just see if you catch any better dips as it's setting up. Still has a few days before it really gets blasting off. I think next week Google looks really good. Meta's down another 365, but be careful. It's hitting that 20 at 700 and looks like it wants to kind of curl back up a little bit. So keep an eye on Meta. I don't know if you want to really short it down anymore, but that was a beauty right there. Because, I mean, we were way up there and we knew it too at 740. And then all of a sudden it's at 700. So that was a nice one. And I was saying, I believed it was topped out, and it sure was real fast. Microsoft's up $1, and that looks pretty good right there. It is hitting that line, and I don't know. Let's see if it can get through right there. It is up $1, and let me look at it. It is hitting that resistance right there up at that 419 area. It's at 415.88. So like I said, it isn't looking bad, but it's hitting some resistance, and it has to get through and get up into that 420 like I was talking about. And I'll be honest with you, what the heck does yeah, the Finviz just has it at like 415. You didn't even know it ran today. But yeah, 415 to 415.60 to up to 419 exactly. And then it's at 415.88. So it is up. And yeah, it's hitting that line right there and looking pretty good. I could see Microsoft trying to push through. We'll see if it does though. And but it did run up really nice for us. And Nvidia is just like flat right now. But that one I think is getting set up as well. So maybe it's just making a little base right there for good old Nvidia, NVDA, and then we'll get cruising back up. And Tesla's up $1.25, and I'm telling you, this thing's just getting set up. Like I said, I have a feeling it might not even cross through. It's hitting that MACD. It could be the next one, and it's already been 2-3 times. Could take the fourth time to do it. We went through it last night. That pattern is very, very prevalent. It's like everything. So AMC, let's take a look. But that was our Mag 7, and just kind of today not really doing a whole lot just at the moment there, but we'll keep our eye on them. AMC, once their earnings of February 25th, so they are next Tuesday, and it does look like it's going to pull back into that channel a little bit. GameStop's down a little bit, and that's just kind of pulling back. That one has to get back up over like that $28 range to get cruising. It's in the 25s. And Unity, the letter U, it's up 53 cents. Actually, let's look at this thing. It just had its earnings. Had earnings, what, today? It has earnings today, as a matter of fact. Keep an eye on this and see what it does after its earnings. It does look like it's trying to curl up just a little bit, but we'll see what it definitely wants to do. And again, we'll check out them earnings. And Chewy, that one's down 16 cents. It was the most set up one, and then it just started pulling back there. So I don't know what's going on with Roaring Kitty right there, but his plays are just kind of jumping around, not even doing a whole lot. And Netflix is down 258, but it does look like it might pull back out of the basement there and dip down. Take a look at Netflix. We might catch a nice little dip on it right here. And AVGO, that one has been going down. It looks like it's down a little bit more today, but we'll see. It could be bottoming out right here, hit that 50 and your 20s coming down. So we'll see if it pushes it down anymore. I'm keeping my eye on that one because that will be a good one at the bottom. And good old MU, that one's actually down a little bit, but it's in between that channel right there and two good support lines, 103 and up here at 108. So I expect that one to kind of just bounce around right there for MU. And these semiconductors, they did run up. We knew they would, but now they're just kind of hanging out. TSM, that looks like it's going to get set up right now. Let's try to find that bottom. I'm not so sure it's exactly ready, so I don't know if you want to jump in just yet, but start looking at that one. And SMCI, remember, guys, I said I think it might have topped out last night, and it was at that 66. We're at 58, and it does look like it could be pulling back. I'm not saying it can't stay in the top and pop up again, but again, you have to be careful with these things. You don't want them dipping down real hard, especially if you're running your options on them. Just take it, and then if it sets up again, you can just run it back up. It's not a big deal. So that's how you look at SMCI. And AMD is up 9 cents, and this thing's trying to get cruising, guys. It wants to bust up there. It has to get like right into that 115, and it could get moving. So we'll keep an eye on AMD and see what it wants to do. But yeah, it did. It got right into that channel over that 20. Just a little flat, but I have a feeling AMD could get moving. And good old Qualcomm is down. Remember, I was saying I've been watching this thing and I couldn't get a good idea, but it did get a nice resistance up here at 175. I think you might see a little pullback on Qualcomm, QCOM, and good old Intel had been running up, but that one hit that resistance and pulling back out of the top. So let this one pull back a little bit. So we are seeing a little pullback, but no, I mean, it's nothing bad, but they had run up and hit some resistance. And PayPal, I'm telling you, this thing looks like it's getting set up, guys. It's just a little bit flat right here. And, I would just watch and see if it pulls back because, again, it's about to hit that MACD a second time. It probably won't get through. It's going to come back down a little bit, another good dip opportunity, and then it'll get set back up. So PayPal, we can kind of tell what's going on with that one. Snow, I think this was up this morning. It is up 270, and I'm telling you, this one wants to have another blizzard, guys. So keep an eye on this. I will be watching it today just to see what it wants to do. I know they have earnings coming up on the 26th, which is next Wednesday. But SNOW, just I'm watching it to see if it wants to actually dip right here. It crossed down under the MACD. It kept bouncing off of it. So we have to see if it actually wants to run. It could pull back into the 187. It's in 189 land right now. So I'm just watching it because it is getting set up and they do have earnings coming up. So keeping an eye on that bad boy. And good old Dell has pulled back a little bit, and it's just kind of flat. It has been running up here, and they have earnings coming up at the end of the month on the 27th. I think we remember that. And yeah, just make sure that Dell isn't going to pull back. It could flatten out and go up a little bit, but if it starts dipping down, you might want to lock them in right there and then rebuy up some options when it's ready. PLTR, that one's down another $5, and we might come down to that $100 mark. So keep an eye on this. It's at 107. It's about to hit that MACD, PLTR, and it did start dipping yesterday. We'll see if it crosses through that MACD. This thing's been a monster, but you got some big pullback yesterday. Good old Sophie is down. Looks like it is pulling back, but that's going to be a beautiful setup coming up right there. MSTR, MicroStrategy's up 579. And like I'm telling you guys, something is going on right here. So just keep your eye on it. DJT's up 16 cents, and that one's starting to look better. Has a support line underneath of a nice trend line right there and looking pretty good. And let's take a look and see what else. Oxy and XOM, they are up a little bit. Oxy's up like 17 cents. It just jumped into that channel. And ExxonMobil looks like it's really getting set up, guys. So keep an eye on ExxonMobil. And that one could be a really good runner right there. And there you go. Let me take a look and see what you guys want to look at. And then I'll take a look at crypto and see. It looked pretty good this morning. So let me run through the messages here and take a look and see what we're doing. Let's see right here. Let's take a look and see what you guys are looking at. All right, UOKA. Let's take a look at that one right here. UOKA right here. And that is that MDJM one. We were looking at it last night. It's getting to be in a good spot. Might have like a couple days. Let's say Thursday. Yeah, watch this thing for tomorrow or even next week, possibly. But it is right there. You can see it just jumped over to that other trend line. I love when that happens. You guys know that. It's a beautiful kind of pattern and setup. So that one we'll keep an eye on for sure. And that's at UOKA. Let me just see. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's right over there and should try to get bouncing. That clue, let's look at it right here. It is just flat. This one doesn't really like to run in the morning, but it is getting curled up right here. A big old curl up on it, and it's about to hit. I mean, if it doesn't cross through, I'd be amazed the way it's just been and running that line right there. Generally, when they run that bottom line flat, they bounce up. They generally don't go into the basement. I mean, anything happens in the market, but they usually get that nice little pop up, and this one's like right there. And again, we went through them education and training services in China, and most of them had already been popping or setting up to get running. So that one does look great. And OCEA, that one's up a little bit, and it's just a little flag. It's on that line. I'm telling you, it will pop off of it. Maybe it doesn't do it today, but it will get moving, guys. So it went 14 to 15, and it looks like it's at like the lower 14.1427 right now. That's at OCEA, but we were in pretty early, so that was nice. And it doesn't look bad to continue to try to get moving some more. And RVPH, let's look at that one. RVPH, Reviva Pharmaceuticals, and just a little pullback, but it's going to be a good setup right here. Maybe you get down into like the lower 160s, possibly to 150s right here. RVPH, let me see. Yeah, you just look for this little bit of pullback. It went 180, and this was yesterday. It went to from 183 was its top down to 166, and it closed at 177. But just take a look at it. Like I said, maybe it pulls back, but it does appear to be getting set up right there. I will definitely keep an eye on that RVPH right there, because that could be a really good setup right there. Sat stacker right there. And OCEA, we just talked about that guy, Rex. And let's see what else is going on. Boom, boom. Yeah, we got to see the gold, and keep your eye on gold. And when they do this Fort Knox thing, they better televise that. Gold just got into the top, Barrick Gold, and it does look like it wants to run up there a little bit. But again, we've been watching the gold, and it has been running up. But just keep your eye. Oh, I can't type it in. GOLD. There we go. Yeah, just keep your eye on it. It might be trying to. It did get into the top. Just has a weird look this morning, so we're gonna keep an eye on it and see what gold wants to do. But it's still bullish. It might just have to pull back after it just ran up like crazy right there. And CHSN, let's look at that, and then we'll take a look at our crypto and see what that's up to. And CHSN still just running flat down there. Had that nice dip yesterday, and to be honest with you, where's that 20 at? It is up there a little bit at 52. We're at 42. It would be ideal for that to drop down a little bit and set up even better at this point. It was trying to get set up the other day on Friday. Honestly, it ran up a little bit to 46 to 52. It should have ran up some more, but now it looks like it's going to be ideal for the 20 to come down for it and set it up and then get really cruising. So like, these things are just taking way longer than they should, and this one's just running like literally flat right down in the basement right there. And it's not way down, it's right by the line, so you can tell it's getting set up. When they're way down there, they haven't been able to get right out. another pattern you pick up on. So you know that they're not running like that crazy. That's why we know when they're hitting the MACD, they're kind of just bouncing off of it and pulling back a little bit. You can basically see exactly what's going on. So that's CHSN. And yeah, they're just taking their good old time for whatever reason. But like I keep telling you guys, something big is in the works there, especially for crypto. You can absolutely see it happening. And so let's take a look because Bitcoin is back at 97,432, I believe. Oh, hold on. Oh, I just messed up right there. Hold on. What did I just do? Here we go, 97,432. And Ethereum's at 2,742. And what is Ripple doing there? 270. Solana's at 174. It's back up trying to move. Doge is at 25. Cardano's almost at 79 right there. And let's see, our chain links at 1821. So yeah, not looking too bad right there. Let's take a look and see what's going on right here because like I said, they're not looking bad this morning and the charts are looking. We've been talking about them anyway, and we know that Bitcoin at this 97.4 area is looking super good. It is trying to curl up on this MACD and it's basically getting through. I'm telling you right there, these things are trying to get rocking and rolling. So keep your eye on crypto. I think it was a coordinated dip. Obviously, all that scam stuff was going on. I think it might have shook all that right out of the meme coins, which needed to happen anyway. And that's why I'm telling you, keep your eye on ETF 500 because these meme coins aren't going anywhere. It's just the flyby scam ones. They'll be gone. So healthy ones will run again, like that Farcoin. There's a huge market for it. These people love these things, and they're just not going to get into these rug pullers nonstop like the Libras, the crazy scams. You're going to see people be more cautious, and then you're going to see the more money roll into the ones that the rugs aren't getting pulled, and they can build a community. That's how they built up. Farcoin did it, and then the next thing you know, everybody's making a ton of money off this thing. It becomes valuable, and because you buy up the supply, and then people want it and then it becomes way more valuable. And that's how these stupid things work. They are meaningless, honestly, but it all depends on the person behind it and their community and what kind of following they have. It's the most bizarre thing you could ever see, but that's what it is, guys. That's why these celebrity coins fly up, but they get either rugged and honestly, the celebrity's probably not rugging them ever. They don't even know what the hell's going on. The person that made the coin is. But then after a few days, these bots just run into them and just suck the coins up like vacuums. And again, I think it's all inside Deck Screener, and they just have multiple entities running around inside of here. You can pay to make the picture on there. You can pay to do this. You can pay to do that. But it's not all through Deck Screener. It's all these different companies that have the ability to do it through Deck Screener, which is amazing, right? And then and then you got then you have these bots in here that are just they're just literally selling for losses nonstop, but somehow just sucking up coins like a vacuum. So it's a big scam going on, guys. It got exposed. It'll blow over, but then it'll have to get back to normal and things will start running normal again. So you can see it happening. Ethereum's up at 2,700, guys. And like we've been talking about, Ethereum's looking like amazing now. It's crossed through going up and looks like it wants to keep running up there. So Ethereum's looking great. Like we were talking, Solana's back at 174. And yeah, it's bouncing off that 30 down here. I mean, it came all the way down and maybe it's when it's tried to curl up the other day, and that's when it bounced off real hard. It looks like every stock right now, and they're just getting great opportunity. I'm telling you, think like these institutions because this is all that they're doing, guys. It's calculated. I promise you, it's calculated. I can tell by looking at the charts. And yeah, just take advantage of these opportunities because they are. And I can promise you that it's done for a reason. And you are going to see these things just ripping, and they're catching these things at bottom prices and loading up and making a fortune. And retailers just don't know what's going on. And I'm telling you guys what's going on. Ripple's getting ripping, guys, and we are talking about it. And Ripple's about to start moving. It's at 270, looking great right there. Cardano's almost it's at 79 right now, and it is looking pretty good, honestly. Cardano's looking much better. So some of these ones that are, the bigger altcoins or meme coins like Doge right now is looking really, really good. So I'll tell you what, you might want to keep your eye on some of them. They are looking nice, and I did see like Psy was up a little bit, SEI, and a couple other ones. TIA was up this morning, so some of them are probably looking pretty good right here. So we will keep an eye on them and see what's going on. Let's see what's Sheeb up to. We haven't looked at that in a while. And let's see what that's doing down here. Good old Sheeb. And that's way down. And that's actually crossed up. Yeah, Sheeb looks like it wants to get cruising again too. So a lot of these crypto coins are looking really, really good, guys. And I'm telling you, something's going on. I've been saying it for like what, 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's right here. I'm usually early. And it's about to happen. I don't know what the hell it is, but they're going to announce something, and crypto is going to go wild. So you not only did you just go through all them scams and all that crap, now they're going to pump this thing up and make it get wild again. So it is crazy right now. And let's see what the news stories are. The market's all-time highs come with a load of anxiety. Dow futures drop 100 points as Walmart shares slide. Like I said, Walmart was way down this morning. WMT down 859, and it will be a great opportunity. We're going to find that. Why do you think I don't like the earnings? There's our earnings, big dip. It was bullish. It was in the top, though. I wouldn't have been messing with it up there. And I probably could have told you I wasn't looking at it, but I probably could have told you it was going to pull back on them earnings right there. But yeah, it's going to be a good opportunity, but it did dip down. Walmart pulled them down. Trade in Ukraine tensions mount with Fed twists. What investors should consider when they are swinging for the fences. And we talked about that last night for a while. So if you didn't hear my show last night and you want to know about trade, and listen to it, because I kind of we go over it every once in a while. You got to have a good reminder at least once a month to put it back into your brain. It sometimes slips out. So I like to remind everybody about trading smart. So we talked about it last night. And U.S. stock futures slip. Gold hits fresh record highs right there. And let's see what's going on real quick. Let me take a look and see if I see anything crazy that we have not seen. ADTX, a little bit of pullback down 2 cents. Again, the market's pulling back a little bit, so it is kind of looking like a lot of things are. That WOK looks like it jumped up. Work Medical in China. Again, these small cap China ones, you got to keep an eye on. An FGEN was running up there. And let's see what else. Keep an eye on that MNDR. We looked at that mobile health already. That CYCU, we've been looking at it and saying it might just pull back a little bit. I'll keep an eye on that today, see where it wants to go. Some of these computer hardware ones are looking pretty decent now. So I'll have to go through them today and let you guys know, because our GTI is up 91 cents. I think another one was up. Maybe it was like QUBT or something. That one was up, I believe. Yeah, that's up 51 cents. And they are starting. I'll look, because, again, they're hitting the MACDs, and I'm not so sure. It could just be that one bounce up, and then they get set up again. NIVF, how about that bad boy? I think that was running up there. It's up $1 today, so there you go. We smoked that thing right there. NIVF exactly timed it out perfectly. It did run up yesterday to 363, and then today it's up to 350. Right now it's at 329 and not looking too bad. So that was a beauty. And QBTS is up. And like I said, these things might try to get moving. We'll make sure. And that XOS, we were looking at it. That's popped up. OCEA, not looking bad. And MCVT, we were looking at that, and it's popped up. And that FXI is them China large caps, and that looks like it's in the top there. So it's either going to top out, or it's either going to pop up into the top real quick and then come down. And like I said, you can tell these small cap China ones do want to run. So basically, when the large caps don't, that's when the small caps take over. So yeah, we're keeping an eye on that for sure. And let me just see if I see anything else over here that catches my eye on the scanners. That WOK is up, and we talked about everything else. How about that EYEN, guys? Keep an eye on this Inovia again. It did split. Remember, we were looking at it February 3rd, and now it just ran the bottom. I actually was watching and never even popped up after that split, but it is looking much better. So we might want to keep an eye on Inovia right here. What did it do? Did it run today a little bit? 207 to 258. Hit that 20 right there, hit that resistance. So it's at 178. It could be trying to get set up that logic mark. I'm telling you, keep an eye on that LGMK. And there you go. I would say we got all them bad boys. And let's see what else is going on. Let me take a look on stock twits and see what's trending over here. And BABA, I guess they have their earnings going on right now. It looks like their earnings call is live. Yeah, it looks like it is. And it's popped up $13. Remember, we were looking at that down there at like 80 something and saying that it looked pretty good. Well, it did. It ran up nonstop. I wasn't in it, but it did run up. I remember we were talking about it. PLTR is down. NBIS, isn't that Nubius, that's what it is. Couldn't think of the name of it. Nubius Group right there. And let's see, that one's pulling back a little bit, down $1.45. Have to see what that's up to. And there's some Carvana's down, Walmart's down. LKNCY. I know, isn't that Lucky Lunkin or something? Something like that. LKNCY. Hold on, let me see. I have to pull it up on mine probably. LK. What is it? LKNCY. Yeah, Luckin Coffee. That's what it is. That was pretty close. But that one's pulling back. It looks like it topped out there. So that one is. Remember that JTAI? We were going to look at that to see if it wanted to run up some this morning. It's not looking too bad. 9 to 1033. It's at 921 right now. Let me see. JTAI. Let's see what it's doing right there. And yeah, it might be like I said, that thing we looked at earlier. It's still in the top there. It could bounce back up, guys. So keep an eye on it. And Microsoft is up right there and ran up. And Microsoft is at 415. And like I said, we have to see if it can continue to go up and cross right through right there. So it is an interesting look at the moment why the rest of them are pulling back. It hit that 20 up there. And like I said, it could get moving today. We'll have to keep an eye on that one just to see if it wants to run. So overall, the market is just kind of flat. Nvidia is up a little bit, and now Microsoft's even like kind of pulling back. Apple, Google, they're both a little flat. Tesla's up a hair. Meta and Amazon are down. Walmart's way down, and everything else is either kind of red or flat there. So there you go. I would say that's a good pre-market right there. And I would say we covered everything. Our Jolie's jumpers, our laptop lowdowns, our crypto, our big cap spy, everything that looks good and wants to pop. And it kind of just looks a little flat at the moment, but I'll be updating you guys as the market opens. So, I'll be posting and seeing what looks good. So we'll keep an eye on things. And which one I did want to look at, oh yeah, Lockheed Martin, LMT, that's up 23 cents, looking really good right there. And what was the other one? I forget. Oh, Elf, that one. That one's down 26 cents. Keep an eye on this Elf, and we'll see. Maybe it doesn't bounce through this time. It's hitting that MACD, and it is the second time. So maybe it comes down one more time in the basement. We catch another little dip opportunity on Elf. I've been extremely patient with them, and just knowing that they've been doing that. So there you go. And that NIVF is up this morning, popped up for us. So we were all over that bad boy. So I would say that's a pretty good pre-market review right there. Let me know if you guys are looking at anything else today or want to look at anything. I'll keep you guys posted. If I see anything just a little flat, little red actually, which is fine. They're good buying opportunities. You need these red days and pullbacks. They can't always be green. So we do to find the poppers and we always have things popping, but the market overall just can't be green every day. So there you go. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And thank you everybody for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it, especially Asian Jolie for your Jolie's jumpers and laptop travel for your laptop lowdowns. Doge Mama, Jay Kratz, Louis Rodriguez, Barber. Who is that? D Vuno or somebody, and Johnny. And there's somebody, PJ Patriot at something, and Techi and Sat Stacks is there, Bongpri Chan, and who is that? Change to somebody, Sanai, Craig, Lloyd Sense, Trench, and Kenny, KRS, and my good buddy Jesse. How are you, brother man? You have a great day too, and everybody have a great day. Trade smart, lock in those profits. Goodbye, good luck, see you later, and have a great day, everybody.